How are you feeling?
I feel, I'm ready. I feel good now. At this moment I feel good, and I feel eager and ready to sort of deal with this and do it. No, I feel really good about it now, because the hardest part for me is over.
What's the hardest part?
Figuring out what to wear.
Can you take off your bandana? What do you think, like, that deep expression and the style and why you care so much, what does that say about you?
It says that I want to be understood. That's probably been the hardest thing for me in my life, is to be understood, to be seen for who I am, to be accepted for who I am. And I express everything through being visual, and it's literally like, it's like a painting. It's like if the dab of purple on a painting, or the painting wasn't complete, and that's how I feel. It's an expression, a full-on expression of my exact emotions, my exact mood. Even just the scarf, even just taking the one thing off, because then it's all out of proportion. It's wrong. Like, the whole thing is wrong without the one thing. So it immediately feels like off. I think that people feel that I'm scary or standoffish, hard to approach, or tough. I do notice that. I just feel like that's so the opposite of who I am on the inside. Growing up in the 70s, it would be more welcoming to be different and to be like a freak. I'd say the thing that drives me the most in my life is truth. And I want to connect to you, and I want to know you, and I want to relate to your truth, and I want you to relate to my truth. And that's what really excites me about life.
How do you, like, react when people think that you're, like, scary or judge you for standing out too much?
It causes me extreme pain. I'm extremely sensitive and wired, my father used to say when I was growing up, like a fine-tuned instrument. So I have this, on the one hand, this incredible gift of love and caring. I feel sometimes like I almost love life too much. I love everyone. Oops. Oops.
It's not oops.
Okay. So. I really do. It's like makes me happy. Caring about people makes me happy. So it's extremely hard to be seen in any way other than, than for who I am, which is I want to love you. And I want to be loved back. I don't judge people. I really see the beauty in people. It's taken me a long time to realize that I'm, how odd I am. I remember when my therapist once said to me, you're out there on the spectrum. And, I take that as a compliment. I don't want to be in the middle of the spectrum. If being in the middle of the spectrum means that you're a follower, that you're a hater, that you live your life in a way that is in a lie. I'm a rebel, and I'm a fighter. I refuse to give in to a world of hating and judging and being afraid of the other.
Jackie? Can I just, like, for the sake of just specificity, like, can you give a few examples of, like, ridiculous, like, assumptions? I mean, I know that we're not supposed to, like, stay on the assumptions question for so long, but I think it's really interesting how much that makes people associate, like, these ridiculous ideas.
Well, I never made one friend I lived in the suburbs, which was a huge mistake. It was very hard to live in the suburbs and to, dress the way I dress, to be thought of as like the bad mom. I see everything as a big soup, like if it's like magnetism, like if we're magnetized to each other, what the fuck? I don't care where you're from. I don't care how old you are. I live for that connection.
Shoes?
Is this making sense?
What do you think is the biggest struggle that you've turned into a strength?
Validating all the other people that are misunderstood with Style Like You. Creating a world around me of people that get me and who I get. Taking that collective and that energy and bringing that to the world and making a difference in the world. Bringing love and bringing acceptance and bringing self-expression. I don't know if I can get this one over my head.
What's like a physical insecurity that you're working on overcoming or feel you have overcome?
Being flat-chested, very flat-chested. That was the, sucky part of the growing up. I was very self-conscious about that. I was anorexic when I was in high school for a period of time. And I think it's, I don't, like someone said in another interview, that you never get over the anorexic mentality. I think that's true. I think that there's a certain prison, a certain mentality of perfectionism or control. That's always been a struggle because I didn't really feel supported. I didn't feel like the ground beneath my feet and supported in the world maybe as I totally could have been. As far as the being flat-chested, I love it now. So I have totally overcome that. I would never, ever, ever trade it. That's a really amazing, amazing thing about aging is that, I don't know, you give less of a fuck about it. At least I do. I did not value myself, my body, my beauty, my looks. I value it much more now than I did then. That's a very sad thing for me. I wasn't in my body or accepting my body or accepting my looks or anything as I do now.
When do you feel the most beautiful?
I'm unraveling from my manic workaholism of the last, just generally of my life, and trying to live a more balanced life. So I've been in nature much more. I feel really, really, really beautiful and amazing when I'm on a beach and in the sun. And how personal should I get with this? I guess I also feel beautiful when I'm making love.
When do you feel the most vulnerable?
For me, the most vulnerable, horrifying thing in the world would be the loss of the three most important people to me in the world, which is my 2 kids and my husband.
Yes.
I guess this is a little vulnerable.
In your body is a good place to be. Go.
In my body is a good place to be because my body gave birth to my 2 children. They have been the most healing force in my life. So my body gave me my greatest teachers and the chance to heal. Heal from, because from the very start. Your kids mirror all your misbehavior and your lies. So if you're a truthful person, then you can't have kids and lie. That's not possible. So they have enabled me to be in my truth. It was not easy, and I had to look at things and have had to look at things that I don't like and ways that I'm being that are not, not truthful and fucked up. They have shown me what unconditional love is. So has my husband, but I didn't give birth to him.
That was really good. Amazing.
I have no idea what I just said.
How do you feel now?
I feel good.
I said like a million times, like 6 times.
You did.
But also like super, you were like so poised and like well spoken. I felt like a little girl like listening to like a wise old soul.